Thanks for joining Sales with Suli, a mom of three who spent the last 12 summers knocking doors. Welcome to my podcast, where I talk about all things women, the ups and downs of my journey, and what it takes to find success on and off the doors. Enjoy this episode. Hey, welcome back, friends, to this week's episode with Sales with Suli. It's just me today, and there's been a topic on my mind as several of you guys have reached out about just the different aspects that you guys are going through off the doors and how you guys are, how am I able to overcome a lot of the things that happen outside of the doors to be able to still find success on the doors. So today's topic or episode, I want it to just be based on the word balance. Like, how is it that we as women can find the balance that we need and the balance that we're trying to look for and create in a space that's just so unbalanced, in a space where we just truly don't know what's going to happen at the next door, where there's just a lot of things that are out of our control in this space. And so I want to take it back to every aspect of my door-to-door experience and how I was able to find balance in the different stages or the different phases of that time for me in door-to-door. And so first of all, like, how did I find balance my first year in door-to-door, not having any sales experience, not knowing anything about this space, not knowing anything about the product that I was going to be selling? Like, how was it that I was able to find and create balance? And I feel like back then, when I didn't have a family, when I didn't have kids, when I was single, it was a lot easier for me to create balance. And ultimately, it's going to come down to you. So my very first year, when I knew that I had no experience in this space, I had to get back to the basics. Like, not get back to it. I had to only focus on the basics because I was just brand new. And that's how I was able to find the balance that I needed, was trusting in my leaders and manager and company and being able to provide the tools that I needed to find the success on the doors that I was looking for. So the way that I created balance my very first year in door-to-door is routine was super important for me. I would spend a ton of time in the morning, like working out. I would be reading the manual. I would be watching videos. I'd be critiquing my pitch and doing all these little things before even getting to my first meeting with the rest of the team. And so because I took the time to wake up, 1 to 2 hours earlier than everyone on the team, I was able to just get a lot more things done. And for me, being able to have that balance of just taking that time to myself and really utilizing it helped me to find the success that I needed on the doors. But also, while I was single, I didn't have the distractions of a family. I didn't have the distractions of another spouse. I didn't have the distractions of anything else besides like what I was doing in front of me. So those of you women out there who are single, embrace this time. Like, take this time to focus on you. Like, just shut out all the noise, like your social media. If that's like something that's a distraction for you, you definitely need to eliminate that during your knocking hours so that your brain isn't wandering to the things that you shoulda, coulda, woulda, wish that you were doing, as opposed to focusing at the task on hand. Another thing, like while I was single and in the dating life, I would let the people know that I was dating or talking to that I could see them on the weekends. I wasn't knocking on, half day on Saturdays. I wasn't knocking on Sundays. And that's when we could interact. Like, that's when we could date. That's when we can do all those type of things. I was really good at just setting the boundaries that I needed to, just because of how great of an opportunity it is to be in door-to-door. So again, those of you women out there who are single, embrace it. Take the time to fully put your whole heart and soul into the space. If you're going to jump into door-to-door, for a lot of you guys who are just doing a summer program, make that summer work and find that balance by just eliminating all the distractions that are so easy to come up on a regular basis. Second year, how did I find balance while dating? I kind of like mentioned that a little bit when I was single. But my first year doing door to door, I was absolutely single, wasn't dating anyone. I just met a ton of people on the doors and in just different activities that were happening. I was actually in Seattle my very first summer, and there's just a lot of like refreshing people out there that it was so fun. I did end up dating someone who I would probably never date ever. But the fun part about it was I knew that being able to have that was a little sense of balance for me. Being able to like go out on dates, being able to like meet up for lunch, being able to do like some of those different types of things. So for those of you guys who are transitioning in the space right now, like where you guys are dating and trying to find that balance, you have to be open. You have to be willing to be forward and upfront with the people that you're dating and letting them know like, hey, this is important to me right now. Like I am focusing on door to door. Like I respect you. I love you. I want to date you. I want to hang out with you. The types of people who are going to respect you and still be around are still going to be around on Saturdays and Sundays when you're not knocking. Or what I did, I'd be off the doors by like 9:30. So I'd probably be hanging out with people from like 10 to midnight. Like now that I'm old and a mom, like I will not be hanging out at midnight. Like I will be in bed. But yes, so for those of you guys dating, the way that I was able to find balance was just being able to set boundaries with the people that I was dating and making sure that I was like reaching all my goals during the summer. And I would even set like with the people that I was dating, I was like, look, if I can do this many deals, I'll have you come and meet me for lunch. If I can, have this many same days, like at the end of the night, I'll come and hang out for like 2 hours. And so if you're just getting the people involved, with your dreams and with your goals and with your visions, one, not only are they going to respect you more, you're going to be able to just find power in knowing that you're putting the things that matter to you most first. Okay. How did I find a balance when I got married? This is where the imbalance started happening. So my third summer in door to door was when I got married. So back in 2011, and I did a lot of firsts this year. I was also running a team, co-managing a team, getting married. Literally, we got married in March, and we were out in California not even a month later, where I was co-managing a team and I was doing pest control like at the time. And so my husband and I thought that it would be fun for him to be the one like going and servicing accounts. So we were both working for the same company. He would go and service accounts. And so I thought it would be like a nice, fun balancing act by having him come and service my deals, like meet us up for lunch and different things like that. But I became like so OCD, and I was having him service accounts on days we weren't even supposed to be working, starting way before the company even wanted him to work and staying out way later. You know, he was doing a ton of free work that it just became super unbalanced for us to be able to be working at the same time. And being in our very first year of marriage, both working for the same company and myself co-managing, it was super hard. It was emotionally draining. It was frustrating. And a lot of days I was just questioning, what the heck am I doing in door to door? Like I could be out, like I could be a stay-at-home mom. I could be sipping on pina coladas while the hubby's out, you know, at the 9-to-5 job. But it was during that year that we had to sit down and actually talk about like our goals and our visions, and just about, because I had success, 2 years prior, we wanted to figure out a way to be able to be consistent and to be able to find the financial freedom that we were looking for in a space that we knew that was uncapped. And so the way that we were able to find balance in my first year of marriage is we made sure that every Sunday, like I wasn't with the team. Like we weren't hanging out. We weren't doing any of those things. Like we were dating each other. Like we set aside time every single night. Like after, 10:30, 11 o'clock, it was no more answering texts. It wasn't talking to to reps. It wasn't doing any of those things, but just being present with each other. And we definitely just made the time to set and create boundaries. And so those of you newlyweds, or those of you guys who are married and still trying to find success in the door-to-door space, like, I commend you guys, and I definitely look up to you guys and know that one of the ways that we're going to be able to continue with the balance in the space is first taking the time for each other. Like, not putting each other last, but being able to align your goals and visions to where both of you guys feel important. And by doing that, you're going to be able to find and create the imperfect type of balance that I found in the space. And then, okay, how did I find balance? Running a team, having kids, being married while being in a completely new industry. And this one is hard for me. And I still struggle because I've been in the door-to-door space for the last 14 years. And all that all three of my kids know is the door-to-door space. They know that every single summer we pack up and we leave, and they don't get to see their friends and their family for, 4 to 5 months. And because of that, and the simple fact that I decided to transition into something different, I didn't want to take that away from my kids. We moved to be closer to their cousins, so that they would be able to see them regularly. And we moved to be closer to the airport because, yes, I'm still running a team in a completely different state, and I physically just have to show up for way too many people. And so the way that I've been able to find balance a lot more recently than I have in the last year is just being on the same page with my hubby. And I know a lot of us probably aren't as lucky or as blessed with finding that spouse who truly 1000% is all in with your visions and your goals and your dreams. And so I don't want to diminish those people who are in relationships with spouses or married with spouses who still have to work a 9 to 5, but one of the tips that I can give that I've seen that has worked for us is truly taking the time for each other, making that other person feel important enough that my dreams and goals are in alignment with his dreams and goals. And so for me, in the simple fact of being married, running a team, being in a completely new industry, we've decided that there just isn't going to be balance. But for every season and every aspect, if I am here at home with my family, I am here at home with my family during those moments. If I am going to be with my team, physically, I am going to be focused on them. I'm going to be there physically. I'm going to be there emotionally. And my husband and my kids, they know we're going to FaceTime after 9 p.m. We're going to FaceTime every single morning as soon as I'm done working out. We're going to FaceTime any chance that I get in between and an appointment on my way to the next house or anything like that. We will find little moments throughout the day to be able to connect. And as far as finding balance, with my team, I think the biggest thing for me is, the one-on-one time. I will make an effort to reach out to my reps on a regular basis and ask them hey, when can we meet up? Hey, when can we chat? When can we call? When can we do these types of things? But because I've gotten, a lot bigger than I anticipated, one thing that I feel has truly helped me to find the balance at home that I need is selecting those leaders or those people on your team who'd be able to, that you can focus a lot of your energy on. So currently right now, I probably have 3 or 4 leaders that I lean on a ton. So I'm there for them emotionally, physically. I'll do one-on-ones with them, train with them and give them all the tools that they need so that they can turn around and then do the same for, the 35 plus reps that we have on our team. And so I find myself focusing a lot more on things that will turn around and be, a bigger ROI for the team, and just focusing on leadership, focusing on my family and focusing, on myself. But again, just being completely honest, I'm just at a point in my life right now where I know that it is going to be unbalanced, probably after this year, maybe one more year. So I've got 2 more years of living an unbalanced life to be able to have an eternity of balance. And that's why I'm super grateful just for the door-to-door space. And for those of you women out there who are married, for those of you women out there who are single, for those of you women out there who are parenting alone, like, I see you. And this is the space for you to be able to find the freedom for yourself, for your children, for your family that you are looking for. And if you find the time daily to be able to create and find those little moments to be able to have balance, you're going to be able to see the little things just add up throughout the rest of the days and the rest of the year. So again, in a space where we just absolutely can't control a lot of different things, finding little ways throughout the day, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you're pregnant, whether you're running a team, it's all going to come to the types of boundaries that you're going to be setting up for yourself in the different phases and the different aspect of your lives. So take the time today to be able to find the balance that you're looking for if you're in that phase of balance. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. If I've added any kind of value to your thoughts on knocking doors, please share this podcast with another female rep. Until next time, know that you are capable, you are valued, and most importantly, you are enough.